County Industrial Development Agency meeting for September 3rd, 2024. I might note this is a special meeting to consider just a couple of items on the agenda. I'd first like to ask that we pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please, Bill.
Jeffrey Christ.
Here.
Dean Tamburri.
Here.
Susan Walski.
Here.
Mark Green.
Here.
We have 4 board members present. For staff, myself, Bill Fioravanti, and Kelly Riley. And Mr. Billy Iverson with Acquisitions Marketing doing our AV. And we have 2 guests, Mr. Brian Sandage from Anshin, our New York State Monitor, and Mr. Connor Eckert from the Orange County Partnership.
Welcome, everybody. I would like to point out we have the proof of notice on page 2 of our packet, noticing this special meeting for today. And we do have some minutes from a special board meeting from June 10th, 2024 that didn't previously get approved, so I would like to ask those for the board's consideration and a motion to accept if they're in shape for that.
I have to abstain, I
Okay.
wasn't at the meeting.
Right, good point. So then we'll need to add that to our next agenda, I
We
believe.
will, because we won't be able to pass that motion.
Yes, okay, well, thank you for pointing that out, Susan.
Kelly, let's add that to the 18th, please.
Moving on to the other item on today's agenda, Fast New York, the Roseton site. And I might point out at our last regular scheduled board meeting in August, I think it was August 14th, we passed an intent to apply for a Fast New York funding program, and I'll ask Bill to bring us up to speed on that and what we need to consider for today.
Yes,
Bill.
very good, thank you. I was going to remind them of that same fact, and that's where I'll take off, which is the fact that we were given very early on, frankly. We expected 30 days, Empire State Development to give us the green light. Once they got that letter of intent form submitted, that they give us the green light to apply, and we got it very, very quickly. So we are looking to move ahead on this, frankly. Again, Connor Eckert here is in attendance. We've been collaborating once again, as we did with the Aidenbrook application. So we've been collaborating on this application, and we're looking to make a few other adjustments from what you've seen, a few modifications, but then submit it by the end of this week if we can. You've seen a copy of it. Again, just the owners of the site. We are waiting for a few final kind of tweaks from them. And they are, the owner of that site is an investment firm that owns some energy assets around the world. So they're focused on a project like this. But again, really just looking for your approval to authorize us to apply.
And I might point out it's for $500,000.
Yes,
the
thank
grant
you.
request. And
It is, yeah, it's $500,000 for Track B, which is just like Aidenbrook, which is us applying for entitlements, essentially approvals to further the site towards shovel-ready status.
And also in our packet, we have a letter of support from the town of Newburgh supervisor, which I think is notable.
Yeah, the town is certainly in support of this concept and of the grant application, of course.
Thank you for setting that up, Bill, and I did check with our council this past week while you were out of town, Bill, that this application is largely complete. The number of the request, 500,000, is intact, and that will not change. As Bill mentioned, there's a few details to finish wrapping up on this application. And the vote we need to consider today, according to council, and I agree, is to authorize Bill and I to finalize this application, just finishing up those last few details to submit it to ESD as proposed. So I would suggest the motion, unless someone has a question at this point. We can do a motion in a second and take any other questions.
Well, I'll make a motion to move ahead with this.
And submit the application. Is there a second to that?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Susan. We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion on this application today for the Fast New York Track B application to be submitted presumably within the next few days?
I mean, do we know what time frame it'll come back? Any idea for approval? Does it take a week, 2 weeks? Does it take
Can we ask
6
Connor for that?
months?
Sure.
He may have the most
Yeah,
insight
sure.
on that.
Yeah, it's a rolling deadline, so it could happen this quarter, this fall, I think. It won't take forever, but I could see it happening, mid-fall, just based on what the timeline has been for past awards. But again, it's all kind of, it's up in the air now.
Okay. Thank you.
I think there's some neat priorities listed in this application for manufacturing and clean energy that correlate with state goals, regional goals, and that's described in the application. So thank you for your help on putting that together. Connor Eckert, any other questions?
No, I think this is fantastic.
It seems like it matches our mission nicely to be proactive and bring the right kind of jobs, the right kind of business into Orange County.
This is definitely gonna be high-tech jobs.
Mhm.
Well, let's hope we can see it to fruition.
Yes, absolutely. So with that, I'd ask for a vote. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And I'm in favor, 4 in favor, and that's a quorum, nobody against. That motion carries. Thank you for
Thank you.
being here for this business today, which I think is maybe fairly brief, but critically important for our future.
This is what's gonna make the OC the place to be.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Any other business that needs to come
That's
before
all we
us?
have today.
Okay, thank you all for being here. I'd ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion by Dean, second by Mark. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion, meeting adjourned.